Hey guys, I'm S. Dan Wolf and welcome back to the channel, and we are 8 episodes deep in our little Pine Creek Zoo project here. And one thing, I've got to give another big shout out to Rycie because she helped me with the sign and the fonts and totally did not have to help me do that. And really just stepped up when I needed a sign for this place to kind of really get the series kicked off and get you guys kind of on board with it, and really just helped with that. I think just that whole front little sign just captures the whole presence of the zoo so well, and then all the help also she does in the font department and just helping us with buildings and all of that. We are going to go ahead and name this the Rycie Cove Reptile Center. So Rycie will forever be a part of our little Pine Creek Zoo here, with her sign out front, and the Reptile Center here, the Rycie Cove Reptile Center and Rehabilitation Center. So they will bring all the little reptilian critters over here for surgeries and whatnot. And she has just been a really big help to me on this project with all of I've got a bunch of her little things kind of just kind of scattered out all about the park, all about the zoo, and yeah, just cannot thank her enough for helping me. And like, she could have totally just blew me off and that'd have been the end of it. But really cool when we've got members of the community like that really just try to step up and help, and I think she did a fabulous freaking job with this sign right here. So big shout out to Rycie. Another thing you guys helped with the feedback on last episode is, look, I've got a little canopy up now over our gharial section, so if it's raining or really hot, the guests can go down in there, and they've got a little bit of cover and a little bit of shade now. And my one buddy Hirsch, that he actually works at a zoo, was telling me that he really liked the gharial enclosure, but the only thing I lacked with a temperature range area like this, particularly in the wintertime. Remember, we're thinking like eastern United States, Tennessee, that type of climate, where in the winter it can be in the 20s and 30s during the day, and even sometimes at night it can get down into the low to mid-teens. So he said the only thing I would do is maybe come up with an indoor type habitat for them for the months. The months that they have to actually be inside. So that's kind of what we did here. I've got their heated water. We've got the whole temperature enclosed, part of their exhibit here. And then I've got like a little offshoot backstage maintenance type area. But yeah, now just to keep up with trying to keep up with a little bit of the realism for you guys. The gharials have an indoor wintertime exhibit now. When we're rolling into these cold months, kind of like we are now. Now, as far as the tortoises go, you guys said that as well, but I'm kind of taking more of a Zoo Knoxville approach with them, with respect to they totally take them off stage when it's really cold. So it's not like at Zoo Knoxville, they don't take them inside and you still get to see them. They're just gone for the season. They totally put them backstage in their own little kind of like climate controlled area. So, that's kind of what we'll imply with this. But moving on, check this out, guys. I have got a new set of waterfalls here that I think you guys are really going to like. This one's a lot steeper than our smaller one up here at the where's our smaller one? Up here at the beginning of the park. See, we've kind of got this one. It's just like the little guy here, not causing too much of a fuss. But this one back here, just to help me with this terrain deviation and to kind of work on my next idea over there. I'm sure you see it in the background. But this kind of took a little bit more of a drop. And then, of course, to hide the glass, we've got the wood right here. The logs kind of falling down and breaking into this point and kind of being held back by the rocks. So that is kind of what I did to, make that just a little bit more believable. And of course, right here, you guys know it gets a little bit rough where this island and stuff has piled up, but that is not as rough as it gets after it makes its way through that short period. Then you kind of hit this big waterfall section. So really trying not to go full on S. Dan Wolf on you. I didn't want to build like a 50-foot waterfall. So we're just going to do this gradually. And that's exactly what I did. And actually, I brought in some, let me make sure I get this right. I definitely want to make sure I get that name right. Let's see, Steam Workshop. You guys won't be able to see what this pulls up, but I will. Seismics, yes, Seismics Lodge Theme Firewatch theme tower. And what I've did here is I have actually brought in that fire tower, and I've made it a zip line. So this is actually a zip line ridge here. So you make your way up like from, okay, you know, you've got your little Adventure Club sign-in station, and you kind of peel off to the right here to Zip Ridge. And once you make your way down here, you can get signed up, fitted up. I've got to work on some supports, like as far as right there goes. But, and also too, I've got to, like, I went ahead and went with the copper pole as far as the rope, like the quote-unquote rope goes, just because from far out, look how you can still see it as a zip line. The actual rope pieces, like, they're so thin, you really kind of lose sight of the rope. So we'll take the liberty here with, you know, with just totally going with the copper pipe and pretending that that is the zip line. And my one buddy on Bro Nation Discord, Sparkle, she was actually looking up some concept art and stuff of zip lines. And typically right out here, there is a little ramp that actually goes down. So as the people are flying in, they can hit their feet on that, or they can have a slow glide, kind of like right into this little catching house right here. And that is the design you guys have seen from me a lot. I just love how that little house turned out. But yeah, this is kind of like the little ravine you kind of make your way down. So not really a long course, but you know, I think it really, I was telling like some people on Bro Nation, Mass Bandit, Pond Shrimp, a couple of them, Zekin, that this zip line kind of helps me break up the zoo a little more and not like always be in my head thinking an enclosure has to go here and here and here and there has to be a restaurant. It really just let me do all of this dead space right here, essentially, with putting in the trees and the bushes and just the rock work. Look how big of an area it bought me to not just get out of the S. Dan Wolf mindset of always having to cram enclosures and things in, and I really need to get myself out of this theme park mindset where every single inch of the land has to be utilized. It's like Beyond Drew and I were talking, and Jonty, there's a lot of dead space in zoos. There is a lot of unused land. That is just really kind of the nature of zoos. So that is kind of what I'm working on. Really just making myself like mentally not wanting to have to put a restaurant or a building or an enclosure, or, you know, just not having to put stuff down everywhere, you know. So that is another really fun part of this build, you know, going the more realistic route. I was even telling some people today, if Planet Coaster's lighting didn't look so absolutely like dog poo compared to Planet Zoos, I would go in right now and start up a Planet Coaster realistic park. Like, I think that would be really fun. I may not totally 100% rule that out either, because I think now with a lot of my practice and kind of what I've had going on with this, I think that could be insanely fun, especially with roller coasters and rides involved. Oh, another thing too, I wanted to show you guys that my buddy Patrick sent out to me not too long ago. Look, he has built a guest and animal dispenser here. So check this out. You know, the little coin operated, bring that down. Is that not awesome? Put your little coin in there and the food drops right out of the cylinder right into your hand. So I'll go ahead and leave one of those right there in case anybody wants to feed the sheep but not actually go in there. So that is a big shout out to Patrick. Really cool realistic boost on that, like of what you would see around here. I think the next thing I need somebody, maybe even Patrick, can tackle for me is, remember I was talking about wanting to put sinks in right here, like they have at Zoo Knoxville, where the little kids, when they get done with the animals and stuff, can come over here and wash their hands afterwards, or wash their hands before they go in and start messing with the animals. I think that would be really, really cool as well. So maybe Patrick or one of you guys can kind of work on me some vendors farm, hand sanitizing or sink stations. And I know Suey, the one that I brought in her playground here, she's working on a lot of realistic stuff as well. I've got to give a big shout out to her for helping with a lot of different signage and stuff like that. So that, I thought, is a really, really big help when when we're in here trying to do stuff like this and not so much fantasy type build. So yeah, I think that's all I've got to show you right now. That's kind of what I messed with a little bit yesterday evening and Sunday after that last episode. But yeah, definitely wanted to get in here and give Rycie a big shout out. And yeah, just semantics, just beautiful fire tower here that I was able to turn into a makeshift zip line, just like an extra experience in the zoo. I assume it would be an extra paid experience. They wouldn't let you just come back here and do that. This would definitely be like a little extra ticket attraction that you would stop by and, pay $3-4 for, 5, 2, 3, 4 slot, zips or whatever. And or it might just be a cool way to get down here to this level of the zoo. So I don't know what we'll do as far as transportation one day too. I'm kind of wanting to maybe not do that this time. If I do anything, maybe do like the Jeep Safari ride here somewhere. But I'm not even really focused on that right now. Like as far as trains and stuff go, Zoo Knoxville doesn't have any of that stuff. The only thing they have is like one of the little kid trains, like you see at the malls and stuff. That's just kind of like battery powered, and they kind of just take the little kids around. But just all that is kind of what I'm messing with here. You know what? We need to get this car. I didn't switch this up this time before you guys came over. So we'll delete that. And let's see if we can get us maybe for the next little bit we'll leave a tram kind of up here at the entrance. Let's see if the tires are okay. Yeah, not too bad. So maybe are they on the sidewalk? Oh, just a hair. Okay, maybe for the next couple episodes or episode or two, we'll leave the little tram parked right there. That looks pretty cool, dropping people off from way back here in the back parking lot. Remember, we also have another smaller tram over there kind of waiting. My buddy Claire, she was kind of schooling me on trams and what would be most helpful and all that. So it's always cool just to get the little feedback from you guys. I think that bus was there last episode. Let's get rid of that bus. Like I was saying, you guys like it kind of when I move some of this stuff around between episodes, because you guys will call it out. You'll be like, hey, was that truck there? So, but anyways, guys, yeah, that is, I can't think of anything else I really messed with. Of course, I did kind of get this creek little filled in. I don't think that path is a little steep, but not terrible considering it's gravel. But yeah, I think the waterfall just come out killer, especially with the fire tower there in the background. Look just how mountainous and kind of like rugged and natural this terrain looks here with with Pine Creek kind of just like really just carving out a statement here. Got really aggressive with this waterfall. I think that worked out really cool, and like I said, it helped take us down a whole nother level here. And we'll start some enclosures probably right around over in this area. So, that's kind of what we're messing with. The one thing I keep putting off is extending the backstage area. And some of you guys were even talking about thinking it would be cool to just extend the road out by itself out this way, and then have another staff type area, backstage area over here. So a lot of you guys were saying that zoos, it wouldn't necessarily be, what I'm saying is, this giant complete backstage area with buildings, but it would be broken up by service road. So we would have the road kind of bend over this way or just go out straight, and there would be all kinds of trees and hills and stuff in between, and then another larger backstage service area out here. Kind of like, like Section B or Site B, if you will, with this being like the main administration area, and then more stuff as the zoo expands. But yeah, we are moving along, aren't we? Here's your little overhead view of the main parking lot, and then kind of just like the branching out, if you will. So I've got some more ideas rolling. I don't know how many episodes I'll get out this week, but we'll definitely have an episode ready for Saturday. You guys love those Saturday uploads. And we'll just kind of keep rolling with some ideas. I definitely want to get some American animals involved, some grizzly bears, wolves. May focus on the wolves next. I kind of put the tigers on the back burner because I'm still on the fence about if I want to do like an Asian trek, Temple of the Tiger type area out here. So I might fall back on some North American animals next, as far as enclosures go, and those will be real enclosures. They won't be, so much implied. But yeah, we'll just kind of keep rolling with it and see what we can make happen. So as always, keep your guys' comments rolling in. They always help dictate the next episode. And just big shout out to all the creators out there for putting really, really awesome stuff on the workshop. And if you have anything you think I should check out, or if you have any ideas of stuff you want to build for me, let me know in the comments section, or shoot me over a link, and I will definitely go in and take a look. And if I think it fits in Pine Creek Zoo, or if I think I can find a spot for it, I will definitely use it. I'm S. Dan Wolf. Thank you as always for stopping by and nerding out with me here in Pine Creek. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Thank you. See ya.